All right, guys, let's see what Bobby Hemmit says about isolation. This is one of my favorite lectures.
Structure of the rites of Germany's most influential and modern magical order of the Brotherhood of Saturn. Brotherhood of Saturn and all. And also that was that whole thing with Hitler was hooked up into that. But I want to read something to you here. And this is the point what we're saying we have to get to this particular level. When we talk, so we're talking about solitude. Solitude is not locking yourself up in a house. Solitude is a mental condition that you have to try to tune yourself in, whereas you can be in the crowd and be a million years away from the crowd. And so it says, okay, the cultivation of solitude is a primary task of the Saturnian brother, and Saturn, which means the black brother, because Saturn is called the black planet. So it says, as the initiate is chosen the pathway to higher knowledge through the Saturn phase, it has naturally to isolate himself from the masses of humanity. The isolation also is not only are you going to be everywhere the masses are you going to be, but not only that, you don't have to shut yourself in the house like a hermit when we talk about a doggone attitude. So as we're not telling you to be better than your people you grew up with, you don't want to deal with them now because you're consciousness. Isolation and solitude is also a certain spiritual awareness that you're going to deal with and all. And so it says, so you to isolate yourself from the masses of humanity. By doing so, it liberates oneself. It liberates oneself from a vast number of influences of the masses. The influences that are detrimental to the initiatory process, which means these influences. So we're talking about isolating yourself mentally and some of that physically too. You see what I'm saying? The initiate's need for spiritual development as humanity becomes less and less his progress. Excuse me, let me read this again. Like I said, I got to slow myself down when I'm reading. I have to slow myself down because I'll be going faster than the thing. Because sometimes, like I say, I'll add in words that ain't even there and shit, just to make it sound good. Okay. It says the initiate's need for spirituality, undifferentiated from humanity, becomes less and less as the process accelerates. Which it means is some of you actually need to be in the in crowd. Because that's that lower nature. You radiating off that. And once you radiating off that lower nature, you got to feed it by doggone appealing to somebody or making yourself look like something. Basically, you care how you look in front of people. You understand what I'm saying? So that the way a person feels about you is more important than you raising yourself up. And that's the problem we got, you see. So it says, so despite his solitude, and more because of the point of it, he is happy and happy and a self-contained individual because he stands more and more outside the standards of common human measurements, evaluations. You see what I'm saying? The initiate is not only able to overcome a perfect serenity of all difficulties that might arise in his life, but also put behind him all doctrines of dogma, of outmoded religions, and of the masses, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, etc. Now, we're not talking about you can't read the scriptures. It's a difference between reading the scriptures of the Quran and these type things and interpret. Excuse me.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop it right there, guys. Yeah, I mean that's what it is, man. And it's not that somebody like myself or other people that are raising in consciousness, it's not like we choose solitude by choice. It just happens. A person that's evolving cannot be around people that's seeking validation. It's two totally different worlds. But it's not like we're not trying to have friends or date, in my case, date women and stuff like that. I told you guys the other day, I said, if I make a friend, if that person is the type of person that has to have all these people around them and seeking validation, now I'm inviting 50 to 100 more entities in my business. That's not gonna work for me. You understand? Me dating women and stuff like this. I'm looking for a woman that wants to go away with me somewhere and be in isolation with me. I'm not trying. It's like you date out here. You try get friends. It's just not. I'm not a care bear, man. I'm not trying to share my energy with 100 people. You see what I'm saying? So in order to evolve, you gotta. I mean, you're gonna have to isolate yourself. Otherwise, you just being pulled by a string. Like your happiness depends on what other people say your happiness is. Most people don't even know what makes them happy. You ask them, they won't even know because they've been people pleasing. That's why I got irritated when people tried to call me a people pleaser. I've been isolating for years. How the hell I'm a people pleaser? Why? Because I wear my heart on my sleeve and I treat people how I want to be treated. That's not no people pleaser. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that, man. But definitely when you evolving, man, and you initiating into some higher consciousness, you're not gonna be able to be around a lot of people. Sometimes none at all.